Hi everyone, and welcome again to the SQL course. So now it's time to practice a bit about data types. This case study will be a bit different from the other ones in the course. It will be a bit more theoretical than practical. We are not going to code that much in this case study. This case study will be centered around understanding the data types of the books and books database. So now that we are familiar with this books and books database, let's investigate what's the data that it contains. The IT department is really not sure what's the data type that the database contains, and they've asked you to help them understand what are the implications behind the data types that the books and authors table contain at the moment. If you don't have the books DB loaded in MySQL, return to the first case study where we've done some basic querying and run the books_db.sql file so that you are able to create this database and then being able to visualize the tables. So let's see what the IT department of books and books has in store for us. The first exercise is just used to describe the books table from the books and books database. We know how to describe a table with a simple command. That's what we need to do in this exercise. The second one asks us what is the data type of the book name variable. So in these types of exercises where you don't have really to code, you can just write your answer as a comment on a SQL file where you are solving the exercises, and then you can check the solutions on the exercise solutions file. So here you just need to write what is the data type that you see on the book name variable from the books and books database. Now, to do that, you just need to rely on the result from the exercise 1. On exercise 3, another question, what's the maximum amount of characters that each book name can have? So most of these exercises will rely on the result from our first exercise. Exercise 4, what is the primary key of the books table? We didn't speak that much about primary keys that we'll do in the next exercise, but you have in there in the result from the exercise 1 an indication of what's the primary key. See if you can check it for yourself. Now a more rhetorical question. Is the author first name, data type, and size appropriate for the expected values in the field? Let's see if you can develop some rationale in justifying your answer. Why do you think it's appropriate or not appropriate? You can also check the correct solutions in the exercise solutions file, as I've said. Exercise 6. Apply the logarithm to the column book name times 5. So you have book name times 5 and you apply the logarithm. Do you think this is a valid calculation? Now exercise 7, something really interesting regarding implicit and explicit conversions. Which book will have a logarithm applied to the book name as SQL is able to implicitly convert it? Let's see if by looking at the book names you are able to say which book will have this implicit conversion and have a logarithm applied to that. Exercise 8, you just need to describe the authors table. In the exercise 9, you just have to say if the author ID can have negative numbers. So this is the case study for us to get a bit more familiar with the data types on this database. By answering these questions, you will be sure that you are understanding most of the concepts regarding data types, and you will be ready to go into the table creation and data inserting that we'll explore in the next section. So try to do these exercises by yourself, and then you can continue and check the solutions in the next lecture. I'll see you there.